Hi, I'm Shaggy. I'm Phil Alitaya. I'm feeling a little better, so I want to show you something about my approach. Pat McAfee doesn't want people remixing his stuff, and I respect that, but I'm also allowed to clip his stuff. Everybody does it.
With the Indianapolis Colts. So those contracts are so many interesting little things because of precedent that has happened. Yep. Anytime something has happened in the past, people lean on that. And that's why everything happening for a first time is so damn important.
Pat's more than just right here. Just in the NFL context. He's more than just right in the NFL context. And so this is why I have such a wide variety of interests, and I approach everything by just taking it seriously. I was arguing, and it was a real argument with Gemini the other day, one of her experimental reasoning and higher thinking models. And she kept trying to tell me things like the nation state existed in the 17th century. And finally, I just had to say that to her. First times are first times. And then the damn AI, its fucking mind was blown that I was making a causality argument. It goes, "You're talking about causality." I'm like, of course I'm talking about causality. Things can't cause effects in the past. And so my method is very much one of taking an Occam's razor approach to causalities. And what that means is there's a math term for it that I've gone and forgotten now. Something like retroactive division, but I don't think that's right. I learned it in that conversation trying to explain to this damn AI that what I do is I divide things in half, and then whatever's left over I look at. Because when you've got an easy split in half, well, that's not interesting, but the remainder is always interesting. And now it was interesting to me, this comes from the fact that I actually had a teacher tell me that she wasn't going to teach me how fractions work because I was supposed to learn that in the school year before, and I was in a different school district from the year before, and they didn't cover fractions in the year before. They covered it in the year I was in. And so I had to teach myself how fractions work. I had to figure out fractions from the basics. Like you got all of the tricks and you got help. And so my guy Joe tells me that, oh, it's your perseverance that we find so inspiring. Well, yeah, I had to persevere in math too. In fourth grade, they just left me go. They just left me totally hanging. So I got to figure out fractions. And well, what fractions are is the top number divided by the bottom number. And the reason that you don't have bigger numbers in the top than in the bottom is because the easy division becomes whole numbers, and those whole numbers aren't interesting. Not if you think like I do. And when you see a cup that is half full, it is also half empty. It's in a superposition in my mind of half full and half empty. My goal is to fill it. And so fractions are missing data that we can then backfill. And Pat's right, it starts at precedent.